Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It is currently 11:44 p.m. on Sunday, AM I mean, on Sunday 15th of June 2025. Current temperature is 22.4 degrees Celsius. Feels like 19.5. 59% humidity, 0 millimeters of rain since 9 AM today. 3 km/h wind gusts, and southeasterly 22 km/h winds. So we're in Goondi Hill, where they've been doing all these pipes up Finnished Street and all that. Might go to end up down Railway Street to have a look. So this is an update video. What's going on here? This is the corner of Finnished and Palmerston Drive. Wait for this car to go past so we can cross over. Not exactly nice to walk over here at the moment, the way this is. I've been doing down at Leichhardt Street too. If we got the time we might show that. Well, it depends on the weather. They say it's not going to rain, but you just never know. This used to be Finnished Street Arts and Eats. Not this pipe and all that, the whole, but over here where it's Beck and Joe's Donuts and Coffee. Geraldton Graphics was there. Alright, so we'll go down here, have a look, see what's happened. I haven't been down here since they've been doing it, because there's usually workers around, but there's not today, so looks like they've done down here too, near the fence line. And we'll show Ogon that's been done up. It looks like they've done stuff in Sepand Street as well. And Mahogany, maybe Mahogany. Mahogany goes down to the sports ground, Leichhardt Street and all that. Well, you can't get through there driving, but you can walk through. So they've done stuff over here too. On the corner. It's like water mains and things like that. And see where they've done it across near the end of Mahogany Street, and they've done it way down there. See down to Leichhardt Street. If we've got time, we'll go back down there sometime, but they've done up here. I don't know if they've done Denell Street. If they've done down here too, here. The Collins Cordials used to be, is this one on the corner here. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to walk on that, looks like they've done things here too. I'm trying to show as much detail as I possibly can, while I can. So the sun's trying to come out. It's supposed to not rain today. You just never know. And then end up sunny by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, the sun's trying to come out and there's a bit of blue sky, so we'll see what we can do. Yeah, it's supposed to be all water mains and sewage and whatever like that. But they've been working on. Of course the car's got to come along, so I have to walk on all the yuck, which I'm not a big fan of. For sale inspection by appointment only. I think that was up for sale last time I come along. And same with the next one. Yeah, both of these. We'll look back where we just came from. Down towards Finnished Street. Yeah, they've done it along here, I think. Let's see where It's all gravelled here. If this was for sale and someone bought it, there's a pretty good view into town and there's no trees too close blocking some of the view. So I can see down to 180, I can see the top of the police station, I can see the Empire service station, the Goondi Hill pub, see some at 180. Anyway, we'll continue along. Show what we can, whatever shows to the left and the right. The usual. You can see they've done up onto the grass here, where the water mains, that for people's places are, meters and that. We'll show straight ahead, and if it shows, it shows. We can see. Get talking a bit softer because don't want to annoy people or intrude any of that stuff, so but anyway, we'll continue along here. We're nearly at where Ogon is, so we'll show that as well. And we'll go down Railway Street. So we're going to have a squeeze there. Yeah, the clouds are building up. It's supposed to rain on tomorrow. Going by the Bureau of Meteorology app, but that could change. Yeah, see what they've done across here. Hopefully they fix these roads up, the streets, and cover all this in, because it's not very nice for the people who have to drive down here regularly, walk down and all that. There's a railway line there to my right. Whew. It's starting to get a little bit warm now. Just starting to. Yeah, the sun's trying to come out and the humidity will go up as it does. Yeah. I think they've done some pipe work here too. There's a set of old headphones. Innisfail Family Care Inc. Across here, Youth and Family Care, I think it's called. Yeah, Innisfail Youth and Family Care Inc. Youth Shelter. Over there. Pine Street, this little one here, Pine, P-I-N-E. Better if it was Power Street, but anyway. It is Pine. There's your Ogon Energy Innisfail Depot, which we've shown as they were doing it up over the time. We can have just a quick look. Yeah, they took away some of the nice plants that were out here. There's actually some quite nice ones. There's a railway line down there, and Innisfail Mini Storage, that's Railway Street. Get a couple of photos because we need stuff for the thumbnail. Looks like an aeroplane coming over. Nothing new. Usually they're out doing the stuff with the parachuters and all that. People have wiped mud and dirt on there. Don't see why, but anyway. It's good to capture all this for history, as much detail as we possibly can. Pollution Street down there to my left. Some of the Ogon here. Used to be FNQEB back in the day. And then it was Norqueb. All these different ones. Can't go all the way down and all that, but yeah, the idea. Solution Street, nice flowers. See there? Well, that tree really needs cutting back. I think it's all weeds growing through it and it's become like a big vine tree. Down there. Anyway, it's growing up right over the street. Bit of shade, that's the plus side. Ergon from the street. See across to it. You got the railway crossing coming up. Youth shelter again. Down to Down Street up there. Straight ahead, and then down here to Railway Street. The sign's gone off there, there's only the Pine Street sign. I think this continues to be Pine Street down there too. As always, I know I say it a lot, but show a lot of detail, or if you're very nowadays, detail. The posh way of saying it, details. Ergon again. Ergon Energy, the electricity company. For those who are watching this that don't know, yeah, that's our main electricity company here. There's Energex and that down south, but not up here. It's the railway line towards Cairns. The other way was Townsville direction. Alright. You see they've done the road up on this part here too. You can see here. They've refinished the road. Railway Street. So Station Street. Looks like somebody's hit this with some force. Wow. Keep an eye out for cars from behind. The crossover. There's a footpath. Very narrow, but still a footpath nonetheless. Innisfail mini storage. I'll show you that a little bit when the car goes past. Yeah, mini storage sheds for lease, rain and horn. So that must be the ones they go with. Alright. Gone through there. So I think this goes all the way down like that, so we're not going to walk all the way down, it's too much when it all looks the same. It used to be a BP depot. There's your Ergon and then the railway line. You got the road, railway line, then Ergon. Yeah, it'd be nice if they continued this pathway all the way down. I actually did it up and put a proper cement concrete pathway. It would be amazing. It'd be so much nicer to walk down. As people do walk down here. I mean, I do. And people have got to go to the nursing home, home for the aged and that. You can see in Walnut Street where they've done some stuff as well. On the other side of the road, it's all dirt along there. That's where I was riding along on the scooter one day and saw that peacock that lives in the area. And I saw it in the next street as well. That's on one of my videos. Anyway, we'll head back, go all the way down Railway Street to the highway. They've been doing a lot on the intersection at times where they fully dig it up. There's a big ditch like 2 or 3 meters deep, or even longer. You can't see it now, but it was when they're actually doing it before they fill it in, you could see it. So we'll continue along, show what we can show, and yeah, see what else we can find where they've been doing some of this work. So turn the face detection off. Side of Ergon, the main building, up to the Innisfail Youth and Family Care Inc. Yeah, it'll be interesting years later to see all the changes, like I've said in many videos before. But for those who have never seen my videos, you'll see that. See the changes, how things are, how they were, and that. So, surprised they'd never joined these 2 streets up to that Shell Street. I think it's Shell, that one, we call it, because the old Shell depot that was on the corner. See where the fire hydrant is and the water mains and things. Just there. Where they've done stuff here. This is Power Street, that's right, that's Power Street. It's not part of Pine, it's Power, sorry. Should remember that, but anyway. Can't remember everything. Yeah, they need to really do up this footpath. With having all the machinery on it, it's not exactly the most flattest surface. Railway line to my right. Might walk down Shell Street. Pretty sure it's Shell Street, this one up here. Just show it. See what they've done some work over here. There's 2 vehicles have to come, so I can't walk across to it yet. What are these? Witches' hats or traffic cones, whatever you want to call them. Pylons, some countries call them. Whoever it was gave me a wave. Yeah, there's a drain through here. There you go. Cross back over where the footpath is. Safety first. Common sense as well. Get another photo while we're at it of all this. Yeah, I wish they'd do this drain up and concrete it and make it a bit safer. I don't know if it floods there though. I know it floods over in Shell Street. And we'll get a photo back where we just came from, towards Ergon and that. Trying to show these people's house. Oh, it's nice to look back and see houses like that. Those 2 dogs. Someone throwing a ball to them. Up there with the big fence. That's alright. Good on them. Having fun. Well, I guess someone's throwing a ball to them. Can't see the person, but I can see the ball come flying down the thing. In the backyard. Oh yeah, there's someone. They're sitting there throwing it. Yeah, I've done a lot of work down here. I often look down here and there's a lot of machinery and different things. Here comes a maxi taxi. So you'll be able to see what an Innisfail maxi taxi looks like at this particular time. Good little thing to show. Innisfail taxis written on it. Bit hard to show. But anyway. So they've done stuff here too. Yeah, it is Shell Street. That's right. Yeah, that floods down there. Floods basically all the way up to the roof shop. Innisfail hardware. People throwing their rubbish along here. A lot of KFC rubbish. I've noticed that out of all the rubbish in this walk. Oh. So I wonder whether they're finished all this. Whether they're going to come back, clean off stuff and all the rough stones and stuff from it. Get rid of all that. So this is Innisfail plumbing and paint, part of it. And then the roof shop part. This is Shell Street. Try and show the sign while we're here. I know that they put these up in a lot of places now. Hopefully people don't knock them over. There's Innisfail hardware roof shop, like I said. For the builder and the serious home renovator. There you go. So you can see where they've done stuff a bit further down and then way down. Yeah, I think they've done stuff here. A lot of people use this as a turning thing. They come down Railway Street that bit and then turn. Often see that. They'll turn up near the first and second shed. Yeah, there's a sign there. Australia Masonry Stone Products, but then you can only see part of it. Like they built the wall afterwards. Maybe not, but anyway. Yeah, it's very rough, this part. Like I said though, like it does flood here full on. Good if they put some full drainage in. It's all swampy up here. Surprised they didn't. I haven't done all this up. Put good drainage and then put in some more industrial, or even join Power Street up with this and then put in some more residential here. But yeah, it looked like full on floods. You see it in some of my videos where I've recorded it, where I've come down and shown it. Some of my flood videos. So look up my Innisfail flood videos. Some of them are in the description of this video and other videos, so you get to have a look that way. So they're graded along here, which ends up wrecking some of the surface. End up with more potholes and things. Makes it a bit rougher sometimes. There's an ibis over this side to my left. In the swampy area. Oh, they love it. If you go down the street, just up from the Mobile, that small street, not the one that the Mobile's on, the other one, the next one up, I forget the name of it, you'll see swampy, and same with Donald Street, Donald and Gordon Street and that sort of thing, you see the swamp. So ibis flying off. It's a little swampy through there too. Saying swampy, it sounds like a nickname for someone, and it probably is someone with that nickname. Hey, Swampy. Yeah. Anyway, see ibis. Yeah, it's very windy. I don't know if that's coming through on camera, hopefully not, realistically. Otherwise you won't be able to hear my audio properly. Now the ibis is up on the power line. Ibis, like Ibis Street, where the Repco and Supercheap are on the corner of. Yeah, I think they're starting down Railway Street soon because there's markings. Might even go and show that if we got the energy. This is about the 5th video I've done in the last 3 or 4 days, so bear with me. I was putting in the extra kilometres, extra miles as they say, to get the videos. Always worth it. Gives my body a good workout, good exercise, all that. Just wish I could get to further out places. So that's the Bruce Highway where that truck's going. Very steep driveway. That's where the Shell depot used to be on the corner of. I remember it being there. I didn't see it for long, and they got rid of it. That's through to the houses in Pollution Street. And down Railway Street. Towards the nursing home. If you want to go to Ozcare Home for the Aged, which used to be called Warrina. Warrina Nursing Home, Warrina Home for the Aged. That maxi taxi again. Got the fire hydrant. Yeah, it'd be nice if they put a footpath all the way along here. I was hoping when they did the one around the corner that they would do here. Join it up. Not exactly nice to walk on. It's Goondi Hill, where the train crossing. Bruce Highway, and in the middle there where that car just went past, that spot there is where they had the big bit dug out and had the had a marquee type thing over it. Yep. See, they wrecked this garden where there was just starting to grow nicely, the plants here. This is fairly new. In the last couple of years they put this in. So, pathway here. All the way down to the end of the Goondi Hill Hotel. So we're going to cross over and go and show some of the markings down here. Should be able to get across fairly fast. Yeah, I think that guy just did the turn down where I was saying before in Shell Street. It only just gone down there. You know, I was getting more and more traffic now. We're going over to Railway Street, where the excavator is. Reminds me of Blippi and that other one. I'm an excavator. If you know, you know. Yeah, it's all these markings. There was a lot of machinery down here at one stage too. I don't know if they did stuff further down yet. Oh, it's good to see it getting sorted out, all this. Yeah, there's markings here, cut, and all that. It's hard to read, but if you know, you know. It's all cut through here. It goes all the way down to the Melinda Milk Factory, the old Melinda Milk Factory, the old Timsy Seafood. so there's no point in walking all the way down, but we get an idea. I'll show where some of the painted markings are for now. So it's a Hitachi excavator with tracks on it. This is where Van Rich Home Improvements used to be, if you're wondering. Like if you know the area from back then, Cyclone Larry era and that. Then you'll know where I'm talking about. Oh, I like how they've got like stones and that through there. I don't think I've ever noticed that. I don't think it's too new either, but I don't usually walk on this side. I'm usually on the bike path on the other side. So I might go up near the railway and turn there and go back up, back towards the highway. So you get an idea what it's like along here. Actually, where's that little bridge? I think it's further down. There's a little bridge, it's just here, where the Railway Institute used to be. Yeah, it's here. Bit of a step up though, or step down from my direction. Oh, anyway. It's down towards Tramway Street and the railway station, which needs a really good mowing and cleaning up. I wish they'd concrete this drain all the way through. I know it'd end up all mouldy and stuff, but it'd be a bit nicer. But this is where the Railway Institute building used to be. I remember that. It was a very fibro looking building. I definitely remember that being there. It's JC Custom Fabrication, where I said Van Rich Home Improvement used to be. And here comes the standard taxi. So I might be able to show that. Tony, the owner of the taxi company. Where Kirby's Corner used to be. And then this excavator, I guess that's what it's called. It's an ZAXIS 85 USB Hitachi. Static SWL 725 kilos. Dynamic SWL 625 kilograms. Lift from quick hitch only. Remove bucket when lifting. Something like that anyway. I know some people like seeing this stuff. Shout out to Jim who likes this. I'll show it from this side where they were digging out in the middle. They might go down the Leichhardt Street and all that. Make the video that little bit longer so you can see it all in detail. Yeah, that's where they were digging out in the middle. Imagine that with trucks going past and everything. Wow. So we'll cross back over when possible. Another taxi again, another maxi taxi. Very busy. Cross over when we get further up. Might even be in the same maxi taxi. I don't think it's the new one. Get across. Yep, it's towards town. Yeah, I'd love to see this pathway made all the way down to at least Leichhardt Street. Would be great. Where the chemist, the Alive chemist is, across from the PCYC. It's not the longest walk. I mean, we can go down Volution and then down the side street. We could do that. Moriarty Street to my left, across the road, and the Innisfail Golf Club. See where all the excess cars and that are parked. Must be a tournament or something on today. It's usually when there's heaps of cars around. There's some mobile windscreens and tinting. They had a second-hand dealer in one end at one stage. At far left here. That's smaller in the next roller door. Didn't last that long. Did come and have a look a couple of times. Wasn't that impressed. Nothing against them, I guess. Just the way it is. Yeah, looks like they haven't finished all along here. But it'd be nice if there was a footpath put in on this side of it, all the way down. Nice cement one. Join up with the one outside John Cole Toyota. Remember watching the Cyclone Winifred video? It was like a Cyclone Winifred special back in the day. That was from the 1980s, and this house was in it. You can actually see it when they drove past. That house in the corner of Volution. So this is the Bruce Highway to my left, but it's also known as Palmerston Drive, which that sign needs a really good clean. Wouldn't be able to read it. I can read it, maybe not on video. No, if we'll walk straight down or go down that short. And we'll go along here. Get our looks off people. We're walking along, doing my own thing. Another excavator, little one. The Donuts, Coffee and Hot Pies place. So I'll tell that. Remember, this used to be Shed Boss, Garage World, this one here. I know Randbuild was down Castlereagh Street, Randbuild Sheds. And it would have Peter M. Loth written on it, on the signage. This is Showground to my left, on the highway. John Cole Toyota, just here. It smells like fish and chips. That sort of oil smell you get with a fish and chip shop. Wonder if it is. Somebody's cooking fish and chips or something like that. There's a Tesla. A white Tesla. IBS Engineering used to be at the front, but now they moved out the back. Some weird reason, I don't know why. Never heard why. So I'll go up to the top part of the sports ground where we vote and show where they've been working up there. The IBS retail at rear of building. Maybe they use this for something else to do with IBS, because it says the retail part, so it might be storage or something now. It's a bit run down now, seems not being used by them. Anyway, they've been doing work here too. Come down here one day and it's on video. The guy working down here doing his thing, and he said hello to me. I like showing the flowers and that around. Shown these heaps of times, so I won't go overboard. But yeah, you can see here where they've been doing all the work. Fixed up the pathway, which is good. As people walked on it when it was wet, I can see the footprints. See where they've put all the blue metal and stuff here. Cover up where they've been working. So we'll walk down here. This is Leichhardt Street that I mentioned before. Oh, there's no cars at the chemist, that's unusual. Or pharmacy, as it says in there. Yeah, live pharmacy warehouse. Minor bird. Another minor bird a bit further down. But you can see where they put the blue metal. I know that's still what they call it, but maybe years ago they used to call that blue metal, that stuff. It's the sort of stuff that when it rains it just goes everywhere. You think it'd compact it. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And it just, yeah, wrecks it. Goes all over the road, and if it's near a footpath it goes all over the footpath, and it's horrible to walk on. So you can see where they've had this dug up here. There is a car up here, so we may not be able to do too much up at the sports ground showing it. Sports ground with a bit of a playground there. The Les Shoe Sporting Complex up there. Nice if they had steps there to the left of the sign, and a bit of a ramp, a decent ramp that's not too steep, because when the voting's on it, or there's a big sporting thing here, you know, it's not really the safest to be walking up the driveway. Know that from past experience. There's a soccer goal in the drain up there. Like an old one. See here where they've been doing a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of work's been done. That goes down to that other street that comes off Pollution. So you might walk back that way, so we're not backtracking as much. Still backtracking, but not as much. You're really a big fan of that dog up there. Not the first time I've noticed that dog. Yeah, there's a few cars here, there's like 3. But yeah, you can see where they've come up here with the piping and that, and what they've been doing. The Les Shoe Sporting Complex sign. Oh, we'll see what's happening. There might be just people working in the clubhouse up there. Doing their thing. I just want to walk straight ahead anyway. I want to walk over there. Don't need to. It's a dog-free zone. Not that people take notice of that. The sign's in a silly spot. It should be moved. There's a palm tree in the way of it. You can see where they've had all their sand and dirt and stuff and the machinery. The only photos I've taken that have turned out will end up on the end of the video, like I always say. That's an Hitachi ZW140PL. Big machinery. Where they have sandbags and stuff when there's flooding and that, right at the end here. It's a turning circle for a lot of people too. You can see where they've done their turns and that. They've done their burnouts and whatever else. Bit of a pole there, looks like a light pole along there. Ergon's through there, off in the distance, but you can see the big pole with the antennas and things on it between the trees. If you know, you know, between the trees. So that's over where we were before. Yeah, so this is where you can do your sandbagging and all this sort of stuff. Usually when the flooding's happening and that, when they open up this one, and they say Leichhardt Street or the Goondi Sports Ground. Warning, stop something on this sign here. I have read it before, but I forget what it says. It's been years. Stop the spread. Yeah, it's I don't know what they use all this for, if anyone knows. So I've seen vehicles go through there in the past when I've been down here. Oh, pardon me. I know that's all part of the old rubbish dump. Like this was too, all this part of the old rubbish dump. The tip. So I'll head back down and we'll go down side street. Yeah, we'll end up down Mahogany Street, where the dog was barking before. It's always behind a fence, wherever I've gone past. See the new ramp over there? I would show it properly if there wasn't someone there with a dog and everything cleaning out the place. Mopping and throwing rubbish out and all that. But yeah, it's a good ramp for people in wheelchairs and any mobility issues. Like I said, that's where we vote, and if you want to do early voting, that's where you go. A comprehensive look of how Innisfail is, was and will be. So, into the future. Very interesting to look back years later and see how this has all changed. And if I'm capable of coming and doing videos then, I'll redo the videos years later as well, so you can get an idea of what it was like. Just have leprechauns written on there. Now it says charges over there. Well, I mightn't have had leprechauns on there. I know Calendar Park does. Sure, there was some other name, wasn't Charges? Although that sign's been there for a while, but I mean the old sign. So we'll turn left up here. It'd be nice if they put a proper pathway through there. I would like that. I'd be happy with that. Because a lot of people do walk through here. Including myself, it'd be nice to have a proper, genuine pathway. It's been a dirt track for ages. Different to this, it was more of a just from people walking on it so much, it's worn a track through. One of those sort of tracks. Yes, I wouldn't want that dog coming out. But no. Would not be fun. Oh, the old rusted trolley's still over there. Probably can't see it now, it's been moved a bit, but that goes all around and ends up around Warrina Lakes, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't walked those headlands and I wouldn't. It's behind people's houses. And it wouldn't be safe anyway. But yes, they made it so the trucks could come through, because this used to go all the way across. See if they've removed some of the road and that. Oh. Yeah, that dog. Oh, he's trying to get over that fence too. I don't know. To a point I get why people have dogs like that, but then in other ways it's not the best thing. If he got out, I'd get mauled, probably mauled to death. And then they'd wish they never had that dog. I don't think the police would take that too kindly. You can probably hear the dog. I get why people have them for security and all that, but it can be a little bit too overboard. Is it Tesla to my left? There's the next dog. Got one ear up, one ear down. The puppy, yeah. Wonder what sort of Tesla this is. See if it says it on the back. Some of them do. Just says Model 3. I thought it was a Model 3. I was thinking that from the start. Just by the front of it. It looked like a Model 3. What year? I don't know. Whether it's a refresh or not so refresh version of it. They do. Anyway, we're getting close to Finnished Street. Not far from where we started the video. So we'll finish when we get to the end of Finnished Street. So we'll go right up here. Out of Mahogany Street. Where Collins Cordials used to be. Yeah, there's been a lot of work going along here. Wow. Queensland Rail vehicle to my right. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive for us and future generations to see. Check the links in the description if you want to help out the channel or see other videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Send it out to all your friends. Let them know that we exist. Check out old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Enjoying that. Feel free to put your own photos on there. Anything G-rated. The sounds of suburbia. Dogs, lawnmowers and whippersnippers. And yeah, keep it all G-rated. And old new Innisfail photos on Facebook and on here. All G-rated. Preferably between Babinda and Cardwell and everything in between is where we focus on. So if you've got any old and new photos up to date as well, because up to date's fine, because they'll be old one day, so it's worth having those as well. Anyway, we're nearly at the end where I want to finish the video. Stay tuned for any photos. Stay safe, stay cool, stay dry, and we'll catch you in the next one.